YouTube, this is Archsimmusic coming with another video for my world. My world is still unnamed at this point in time. I'm throwing some names around, but I haven't really come to a conclusion on anything, so yeah, I don't know yet. Anyway, so in this video, I make a lot of progress here, working on the placing lots in the actual city center, kind of wrapping that up in this video. And also kind of constructing that mountain that we kind of just flashed over a little bit there. Kind of making the road look good on it. I just built this mountain up and threw the road around it. Like, okay, pretty much just kind of randomly planning. Well, not randomly planning, but planning. How do you randomly plan? I don't know. But yeah, just kind of planning out my city and how I kind of want it to be. And in this video, I'm fine-tuning it a little bit more. So I'm placing the lots in the city, which I think turned out really nice. Like, when I look at it, I see a lot of work, but I think it's going to be really neat when I'm done. I'm actually debating on these size lots, like they're kind of medium size lots, and I wanted them to be like residential, but like multifamily residential. And I was thinking about using the late night towers, like the mid-rise buildings, but then I was like, those are kind of weird. Now, I did use the high-rise buildings because I didn't really have much choice. If you want to have like a high-rise center, you have to use those buildings. So I did use the high-rise buildings for my really big lots, and you'll kind of see how I do that later. It's gonna be kind of cool. But for these medium, like these mid-rises, I don't know if I want to build them all, or I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I'm probably gonna end up doing some building of them instead of using the generic like late night mid-rise buildings. But we'll see when that comes. I don't know when I make that decision, I guess. It just hasn't been made yet. So basically right now in the video, again, taking that big fat mountain and and just fine-tuning the road, kind of flattening it out, making it routable, making it more realistic, and also making pockets or spaces to place lots, which is also what I do a little bit later on after I've completed this. In addition to doing the road, I actually also do terrain painting, but I don't actually show it. So I kind of, fix up the road in a video, and then it skips to me placing lots, and the mountain's already terrain painted, just because that part's really tedious, and like you're cutting the grooves in the mountain to make it more mountainy, if that's not a word at all, probably not. But anyway, yeah, to make it look more realistic, and which is challenging because I don't know, mountains are natural, so when you try to make it, it just looks weird. But anyway, kind of did the best I could, I guess, at least at this point. I might go back and kind of fine-tune it, add a little bit more texture to it, but this is pretty much what it's going to look like at the end of this video, what it still looks like up to this point. Mostly because I'm just working on other stuff, and when I kind of go back, I'm a more of a layered kind of designer. That's just how I work. I like to get the big picture, like to lay the big picture, which it's kind of difficult to see that, but I basically cut the main islands out. The very first thing I did was cut I knew I wanted two little islands in the middle, and I wanted two kind of big spats of land to kind of be playing with each other, with these two mountains in the middle. I mean, two islands in the middle. And I know I was going to put other islands, like add kind of other islands for private islands and private lots and stuff like that, but I actually haven't done that yet. But that wasn't that important to me. So that's basically what I did. You can see me cutting grooves a little bit right here into that mountainside. And I was just like, oh crap, it takes a super crazy long time. So I was like, wow, I'm not going to waste 4 hours like recorded video doing that. I'll just do it and then it'll be whatever it is. It'll be complete. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm layered. So I do the big moves first. I cut the big islands. I cut these big areas. I was like, okay, I want a mountain here. So I just put up this big, awkward, ugly mountain. And the one on the other side, which the other side of the city's kind of surrounded on the backside with mountain. And then it's like on the waterfront, of course. So I kind of made the big gestures first. I know I wanted like a volcano-like thing on the other side of the world, or the other side of the water, the body of water. So I kind of did those big moves, or suggested them at least. And then I go back like this and fine-tune them, detail them, you know, cut the grooves in the mountain and stuff like that. So the other side, actually, of this mountain, I guess, on the other side of the big city part, that mountain changes a lot, and that area kind of changes a lot. Pretty recent, so I guess you'll see the details on that coming up in a future video somewhere. But anyway, yeah, just making this road work. It was a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of patience. To make it, to, you know, work with it and have it move up the mountain but still be like kind of flat and realistic. It was, yeah, kind of a lot. And then I kind of went back and I was adding these like ridges to it to kind of make it look like it's kind of tucked into the mountain, the road itself, and that you're not just able to like just fly off the road down the mountain into the ocean, because that would be bad, right? Not really sure what else to say, at least regarding the world. I thought this was kind of neat, just cutting this little pocket. I don't know if it's going to be a lot in there, if that's going to be where I put my criminal hideout or what. I was actually considering putting the criminal hideout like right in the city center, like right in the middle of everything, like Wall Street criminals type of thing. Make it a little, maybe the city hall. It'll be right next to the city hall or something in a high-rise building. I don't know yet. I haven't decided, but that's really probably what's gonna end up being. So here, that's actually all water. It's just like when you get the world, it's all green. You terrain paint everything. Whether you want it to be mountain, whether you want it to be like water blue. Even though it's water, it's still the terrain paint color is the grass. So you have to paint that. You have to paint everything. You have to customize everything. So this part of the video, again, like I mentioned earlier, I actually, off camera, if you will, did the mountain, detailed it a little bit, added texture to it, and now I'm just placing lots. This, I put those two big ones at the top, but I don't know, it looks weird. It looks strange, so it's probably going to end up changing. But yeah, so I have the fog feature off, which is why the water looks funky. That's all, like, because it's easier to paint the bottom when you can see it. That was a super kind of dumb statement, but anyway, yeah, so this is like the other part of the, like the other mountain on the other side of the world, or the city that I was talking about. I don't really do much to it in this video. It's either in the next video or the video after that, where I go in and sculpt that and stuff like that. But here I'm just kind of touching some stuff up. Working on the like water lots, or like they might be ports, but over in this area where I'm drawing out, or drawing, I'm talking about right now. In this area that I'm working on right now, these are going to be, at least in theory, personal, like, ocean lots. So for wealthier people, right on the water's edge. I put a beach over there as well. Now, this is weird what I was doing. It changes. Of course, I actually put a bridge there. I don't know why I did that. Maybe I was trying to see something. I don't know. But it doesn't stay like that. Obviously, I have to put a bridge there. So worry not. I actually do fix that. Yeah, just placing lots right along this water. Placing that beach there. I made it too big, so I probably have to slim it down so that the lot meets the road. I'm trying to think of what else to kind of comment on. I think in the last video, well, I don't know if I actually showed it, but I completely completed the city planning part where all the lots, like I have the city center with City Hall, and then big buildings around it, and then the medium buildings, and then there's like a residential neighborhood that you can kind of see up by this area. It's kind of out of the view, but it's like a residential neighborhood which kind of feeds into these really nice like waterfront properties. And I also put a few, like a little dinky neighborhood of starter homes. That'll be in that area as well. So it's kind of like the single family. So right here I put like this lot. Well, not quite yet. I'm throwing in the road similar to what I did on the other side, and I kind of sculpted a little bit. But I put this lot here. It's just a big house is gonna go on that, and it's gonna have its own like kind of private beach area, and it's gonna be on a hill. It's gonna be kind of nice. I have ideas already for that one. I just haven't built it yet. And some of that might actually change. Again, like I said, I work big picture and then I detail as time goes by, add detail to things as they kind of become more clear to me in my mind. And here I was like, okay, this is stupid how the mountain just stops. Like, that wouldn't happen. So I'm just kind of detailing that a little bit, how that would look. And I also extend it on the other side of the road, like into the water. And to kind of make that a little bit more realistic, because it looks weird. But, yep. So I'm just, again, working that road into the mountain, making it a little bit more routable, flat, a little more realistic. I don't think I actually add the lots in this video. I don't remember. But there are going to be some neat lots, possibly cliff houses, back up in this area as well. Now, when I turn my fog on, the views, they're actually going to have, like, ocean views. So it's just going to be water for them in their backyard, which is going to be really neat. And they're tucked behind this mountain, so they're away from the city, but pretty darn close to the city as well. Yeah, I'm going to put some pretty nice houses over here. Now, the lot count is, like, crazy because the city is so compact and there's like so compacted, and I was gonna say another word but I forgot the word I was gonna use anyway. Yeah, the lot count's like crazy. But anyway, we are coming to the end of this video, and I just want to thank you for watching, and more to come. So I will see you all later. You have a great week and all that good stuff.